Hip thrusts, RDLs, and squats are 3 key movements you need to grow and strengthen your legs, your glutes, your core, your everything. They are compounds. We need to do them the right way. Most of the time when I see people doing the hip thrust wrong, it's because they're arching their spine, putting all the load on their lower back, which absolutely fucking hurts. And it's not on the glutes at all. I also see them going way too fast through the repetitions. Your glutes need 1 to 2 seconds of a pause to be working. So we're gonna break these down. I'm gonna show you the right positioning and all the things. But before I show you the right form, we're gonna break down what everybody's doing wrong on all of these exercises. So let's get into that. On RDLs, I see people not really hinging. They're rounding their back, their shoulders are falling forward, they're not driving through their heels, and they're just folded over like a little rounded rock or something. You know Patrick Starr's rock? That's how a lot of people look when they're doing their RDLs. We don't want that. We want a tabletop position. On the squats, kind of similar stuff. I see people rounding their back, they're not pushing through the right part of their feet, they're letting their knees cave in. Just form. It's mainly all form. Form is so essential to make your muscles work the way that you want to work so that you can perform better, so that you can look better, and who doesn't want a juicy ass? You may be telling me squats don't only target your glutes. Yes, but they can. And they can really murder your glutes, but you can also stand where they only murder your quads and your glutes are just an accessory working. So as common as these exercises are, as many times as people keep doing them, everybody always has a question, always. So that's why we're gonna keep going over them and keep doing them, because going back to the basics, keeping the basics in your workouts is so essential. You don't need to be doing these fancy Instagram workouts and expecting to look like a calisthenics god or something. Like, it's basics, building the foundation, and consistency. So that's why I am consistently talking about the same movements over and over, because you need them and you need to do them the right way. People are always asking me questions, so we're gonna just answer them all the time, every time, okay? My wish for you. We're setting up for the hip thrusters. Actually, I hate hip thrusts with a passion. Everything about hip thrusts I hate. But they're useful, they're necessary, and sometimes you just gotta do things that you don't wanna do. But I hate them with a passion. Every time they're on my plan, fuck. But I low-key do them first, or I'll do them like earlier on, so I make sure that I give it 100% effort, and it's not something I slack on because I'm tired somewhere else. So that's a big tip. If you hate a movement, you shouldn't necessarily not do it solely because you hate it. Now, if you have pain or you can't get the form right, your mind-muscle connection just isn't happening, that's when you change up the movement. But just because you don't like a movement doesn't mean you have an excuse not to do it. Do it at the time of the workout that you know you can still give 100% effort and still work your body the way that you need to, because honestly, if you hate it, it's probably because you're not good at it. And by doing it over and over, you're going to get better at it and you're not gonna hate it as much. So that's why I keep telling myself this. So we're gonna do it. All right, guys, so we talked about what not to do. Let's talk about what to do. I'm really sweating out here. So when you're doing your hip thrust, you wanna think, tuck your tail, keep your back flat, okay? Then you wanna tuck your chin into your chest. You're driving through your heels. I'm gonna show you your feet placement in a second, but you wanna make sure you're driving through your heels, making sure you feel it in your glutes. If you don't feel it in your glutes, I'm gonna tell you a couple things that's gonna help you feel it in your glutes. Glutes and hamstrings are actually one of the hardest muscles to target because you have to have a mind-muscle connection. Especially if you're quad dominant like most people are. I am too, it's okay. I had to teach myself, how can I feel it in my booty? For one, don't start too heavy. If you're starting too heavy, it's gonna be impossible to do the right form. I probably look like a slob sitting like this. If you are starting too heavy on any movement, you're never gonna be able to get the form right. So always prioritize proper form over the weight. I'm only doing 25s right now, and it's gonna burn like hell. Ugh. I'm gonna have my shoulder blades on the bench. I'm gonna have my feet out. Now, my feet placement are like pretty much hip width apart. I'm gonna turn out my toes just a little bit and I'm gonna drive my knees out to be in line with my middle toes, okay? Now, from here, my tail is tucked, my core is tight. I'm gonna go down in my hip thrust, tucking my chin and driving back up. I am hinging at my hips. We're going slow, squeezing my butt cheeks together as tight as I can, like I'm holding in a fart at the top. And down. Breathing is blowing out at the top. Breathing in, and my glutes are burning. So see, I'm in a tabletop position. I am not rounded. You don't want to be rounded. If you're rounded, you feel it in your back. And then pretty much take yourself out for the next exercise and you're done. So let's talk RDLs. When you are doing RDLs, you want to think, thought my booty cheeks were out and my butt was a little dirty. You want to think, okay, my butt, if I'm arching, I look like this, right? But you don't want to arch. You want to tuck your tail, tighten your core, okay? So we're doing a quick tuck. Tuck your tail, little duck. That's what I want you to think. Then your shoulders are going to be pinned back. When you are hinging, we also have our tail tucked. You are going to be shooting your hips back like you're shutting a car door, driving through your heels, standing up. Setting up for your RDL. Laces under the bar. When I say laces, I mean your shoelaces, okay? You don't want to be under it too much, but you want to be under it enough that you're able to pull up without hitting your kneecaps. On your initial pull, you are going to bend your knees a little bit more. If you have a rack, let's say you're at a gym, and you have a rack or you have one of these, let me show them this. You can even start here, because in RDL, technically you start at the top. I honestly just already have it over here, so we're just gonna leave it over there. But you can raise these up a little bit so that you're here and you start at the top, then you step back, then you go all the way down to the ground, do your reps, and then you can put it back on these racks. Pick it up, shoulders back, back straight. Bend your knees a little bit, tuck your tail, tighten your core. I'm gonna breathe in, hold my breath, let the bar ride my legs. If you have not shaved your legs in a couple days, you should be able to feel your leg hair on the bar, okay? Now we're gonna drive through my heels, stand up, shoot my hips back, keeping my back flat, just like a tabletop. If you don't feel it enough in your hamstrings, you can, one, raise yourself up, or you can take a little bit of the bend out of your knee. So if I wanted to raise myself up, maybe I put a 45-pound plate right here, or I just don't bend my knees as much. Just unlock them. Let's talk about squats. When you are doing your squats, you want to think shoulders back, pull the bar into your traps, tuck your tail, tighten your core, keep your core braced. That means you are keeping your core strong and supportive to your spine. Now, whenever you're going down, you want your feet shoulder width apart and keeping your knees in line with your toes. So I'm going down and I'm keeping my knees in line with my middle toes. If they're going like this, that is not good for your knee joint, but you're also not working your muscles the right way. To target your glutes, you are going to need to turn your toes out just a little bit, meaning my knees are still gonna be in line with my middle toes and I'm driving through my heels, but this outward direction of my knees is what's gonna bring it home to the glutes. Where do I put my hands in my barbell back squat? I got you. So, see this little groove right here? Most barbells have them, pretty much all barbells have them. You're gonna measure 1 thumb length away, okay? Then you're gonna wrap. I'm also gonna get my hair set before. I see all these girls going under and readjusting their hair. You're messing up your form initially just because you don't have the strong foundation that you build as soon as you wrap, okay? I'm gonna measure with my thumbs, wrap it around. Step under the bar, I'm putting it on the little dip in between my traps and my shoulders. It should not be sitting on your spine. I'm gonna pick it up, step back, step about shoulder width apart, turn my toes out just a little bit, tuck my tail, tighten my core, go down into my squat, driving through my full foot, pushing up, going all the way down, and I am staying controlled the whole time. You don't want the weight of the bar to push you down. That is half of the movement. When I stand up, I don't lock up my knees. You don't want to put all your weight on your joint. By allowing that bend, you're allowing your joint to absorb pressure, not to take the pressure. So don't lock out your knees on squats or leg press, because as you go heavier, your joint cannot hold that load by itself. Keeping that bend is allowing your muscles to hold the pressure with your joint. Your joint cushions the load, doesn't take the load. All right, so I'm gonna break down the basics one more time just to make sure you get it. I know I've said a lot of things. So first off, the most important thing is focus on your form. Form is gonna be the most important thing when it comes to picking your exercises and actually seeing progress in your muscles, but also your progression in your body and also your strength. The next thing is mind-muscle connection. Without mind-muscle connection, you are not actually working the muscles you are trying to work. If you are not feeling it, sometimes maybe you need to take a video. Make sure you're doing the movements right. Small tweaks can make a huge difference. But also just focusing on the movement, making sure you are locked in, you aren't focused on distractions, that can help you a ton. Because if your mind-muscle connection is not there, your workout's not gonna be where it should be. Sometimes it's hard to get your mind muscle connection going towards your glutes. I get it. So maybe starting out with some hip abductors, adductors, some banded lateral walks, some donkey kicks or fire hydrants. These smaller accessory exercises can really help you get that mind muscle connection and the pump going before you hit your compounds. All right guys, now I'm gonna take you through a little booty burner, and as promised, you remember that video that I said I was gonna take you through my favorite hip thrust circuit that I do? Yeah, today's that day, and your booty is going to be on fire because every time it's on my programming, I throw up. So to start our little booty burner that we're gonna put this around our knees. We're gonna do some banded glute bridges straight into some fire hydrants. Then I'll tell you what's next after that, but one thing at a time, okay? All the things we're doing are supersets. All right, so the band is placed slightly above the knee. I'm gonna go down into a glute bridge position. Glute bridge means you are on the ground. Hip thrust means you are elevated, you're using weights on your hips. Glute bridge is different than a hip thrust. On all fours for donkey kicks. Keep the band on you. Oh, not donkey kicks, fire hydrants. So Chris just called RDLs, rear deadlifts. They stand for Romanian deadlifts, just if you're curious. I don't want to have you guys lacking knowledge because I didn't tell you. So we're going to do some RDLs with dumbbells. So you can do these with barbell, dumbbell, straight bars, kettlebells. Very versatile movement. Romanian deadlifts, we're going to do 3 sets of 10. And then go straight into step-ups, 3 sets of 10. All right guys, it is time for the end all be all. I am going to murder your butt cheeks exercise. It is going to hurt. All right, so here's how it's gonna work. We are going to set up in the hip thrust just like I showed you guys before. Go light, I'm telling you, go light. If you don't go light, your form is gonna suffer and you're not doing it accurately to make the circuit work for you. This is not gonna be a superset because there's so much happening in this one exercise. You won't want to do anything else, so just don't question it, okay? 10 full reps. Then we're going to drop into a B stance. So feet are like this. You're gonna drop one back just like this to keep this foot working. This one is stabilizing. Then we'll switch, go to the other side, B stance again. Then from here, we'll bring both feet up. We'll get some pulses in there. So it's gonna be 10 full reps, normally 10, okay? Then we're gonna drop into 8 B stance, 8 B stance, put feet back, we're going into 20 pulses. We are doing that 3 rounds. That will be the ending of your booty burner. Here we go. I put clips on for safety precautions, so put those on, okay? Okay, and go. Yep. Murdered. All right, guys, my ass cheeks are on fire. It will go away, that's lactic acid buildup, but 2 days later, you're going to hate me. But if you add it to your regimen, you hit these enough, you gotta keep things in your program long enough for your body to benefit. So stay with the same exercises for a while. That's what's gonna help you. So if you do these the next week or the next 4 weeks, your glutes are going to be improving. So keep it going, enjoy the pain, and just know you're progressing. So if you liked this video, you needed the help, or you just need a little bit more knowledge going into it, or maybe you just like me and you want to follow me. You might as well hit that sub button, like, and comment any questions that you have so that I can touch on those in a later video. But either way, I love you guys. I hope you guys are growing some strong glutes, and I will see you next time. Bye.